Praise the Lord. Whew, touchdown. That was my nickname growing up, touchdown. Because if I got in front of you, I was going to score. I was the smallest some on the team. But I was so fast. I still run. I'm grateful to be able to run and jog to this day. I love to run and jog and just stay physical, and mentally, physically, spiritually fit. Man, if I had the sense I had then when I had money, man, ooh, I used to be rolling in dough, but I didn't have a lick of sense at all. But think about it. You too, if you had the scruples, the mindset, the heart set, the spiritual ways and conditioning that you have now, when you had the money that you had. See, I learned there, it's not, you don't spend money, you use money. You're not paid. See, money not paid in human beings. I make money. Money don't make me. A lot of people, if they have money, they happy. They don't have money, they sad. A lot of people, socioeconomic status has made them so proud that they think they have the answers to everything because they have money. Man, you wouldn't survive 2 days in my ex-world. You wouldn't survive a week in my ex-neighborhood. you can walk an eighth of a mile in my shoes. So sometimes people with money, I'm not putting you down. I'm not putting money down. We need money because my grandmother and my mama, you say, what you want can kill you, but what you need can save your life. I need money, but I don't want money. I'm not going to do anything to get money as I leave this alone. But money. You have to know how to use money. And yes, education is the key to money. Getting out of the hood was my education. Education was the key to me getting out of the hood. Poverty, low income housing. My mom and dad told me straight up that because of civil unrest and black folks and white folks being into it, this the best we can do. Because we had beans every single day, and we were blessed to have meat 2 or 3 times a week. And my mom and dad together made $5 an hour with 7 children, 1 deceased at the time, 2 sets of twins, 13 months apart, living in the projects. And my dad wasn't the smartest man, but I tell you, he was deep, he was wise. And my mom had a high school education, but she worked her way up in a nursing home to become a nurse. 23 years and retired. And my dad worked 2 jobs for 23 years. They were neck and neck as I leave this alone. And I'm grateful for my parents. They taught God. They said, get to know that Bible and get to know God and research Mr. Webster. And they would give us scriptures, and my mom would take a word off a page in the dictionary and tell you, you got tomorrow, I'm going to come to you better know how to spell it and give me a short meaning of it. And she meant it. And if you start stuttering or huckabucking and playing, and you didn't know, she would take her finger, index finger, and would hit you with this in the back of the head, just tap you on the back of the head. She'd be walking around, you spell it. What do it mean? And she could read a whole page and close her eyes and recite it back to you, the whole page. Dr. Seuss books or whatever, rich man, poor man novels, whatever. Reader's Digest was her favorite book, and I used to love reading the Sunday paper with her because she would have us read sections of the paper out loud to her, and she loved the parade part of the newspaper. And I would sit on the floor, and my dad would say, read it, and I would read the critics from Archie Bunker and MASH and All in the Family and Maude, and he was like, say it again, say it right. And I would read the critics to my dad, sitting in the floor. All of us, we would take turns. Every whatever the show may be. Barnaby Jones, Mannix, Kojak, Streets of San Francisco, The Waltons, 8 is Enough, Love Boat. But yeah, just sitting here, just looking out the backyard, going back down memory lane. And just grateful for my own upbringing. I wasn't born with a stainless steel spoon in my mouth. It was a stainless steel spoon from the thrift store. So money don't make money. See, education get you a higher economic paycheck or higher economic status. Rubbing elbows with people with social status makes you a socialite, and you become the social elite, business owners and company owners and stuff. And so we need to understand, yes, people poor and people rich not gonna rub elbows. But the grave lays the head of the rich at the same depth as the head of the poor. As I leave this alone. So we can't let money mess us up. Yes, you live in a gated community. Yes, you're in a great neighborhood. Yes, you have a great education, but you don't know nothing about no hood. You don't know about no ghetto. You don't know about no socio-economic problems. Your education is for the Fortune 50, the Fortune 500 company. Your education is not for the hood or the streets or the low-income housing. So leave it to the low-life professionals to teach you about stuff you don't know. Leave it to the thug. Leave it to the news. Leave it to the newspaper. Leave it to the crime stats to teach you where not to go. As I leave this alone. But when I first started teaching, one of my old instructors said, Davis, don't never try to teach in nobody's classroom, especially when you know what you're talking about. And so many people try to teach in your classroom and don't know what in a Sam Hale or Sam Houston they talking about. As I leave this alone. So we got to learn, y'all. I don't make money. Money make me. Education is the key. But sometimes we get so proud and so rich, we forget who we are. We forgot where we came from. All of us been a sperm and egg. But that don't mean that you give nobody no pass or no mulligan or nobody rob you and you just hang out in the hood or low income housing, whatever the case may be. But we got to learn about the rich. We got to learn about the poor and stop trying to figure out one another. You can't always learn. You can't always teach. But you can always learn. You don't know it all. God do, and he don't act like it. But he shares his wisdom and he shares his knowledge with us. There's 3 words in knowledge, no ledge and edge. Again, you can't always teach, but you can always learn. Learn of that person if you want to. Learn the truth. Don't learn from someone else who don't know what they're talking about. Don't let somebody else gossip you or ghetto you or give you a ghost story. Get to know the person for yourself is what I'm trying to say. I pray I didn't keep you too long. Peace.